Hi, welcome back to my channel. Please click the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications of new videos coming out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Today we're going to talk about pay yourself first. And where does pay yourself first come from? Well, I got it from the book The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a great book, you should read it. It's not very long, and there's other principles in there that he teaches. But we're going to go over this one today. So, pay yourself first. Normally, or for most people, you would get paid from work and you would pay your expenses. Your cable, your electric, everything. Why? Because you don't want to not pay them and then, they cancel and stuff. So pay yourself first is the idea that you pay yourself a percentage and stash it away for emergency or for something else that you might want to do. And it could be a hard transition to do this. It took a little bit for me to understand this as well. So you might also want to watch this video a couple times just to make sure that you can follow along and do the steps that I have demonstrated to hopefully get you to 10%, because 10% is where we're going to try to get to. And 10% can sound like a lot to some people right away, and it could sound like a little depending on where you're coming from. So let's go through this, and we'll start with trying to get to 10%. So we're going to go to 10% that we want to pay ourselves first. And then let's just say you get paid $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week. We'll say that's after taxes. What's 10% of 1,000? That's $100. This is what you want to save every week, 10%. All right. Now you might be thinking, $100 a week, where am I going to find that? What am I going to do? And $100 a week could be a lot, could be little again. So a lot of people are going to tell you can cut your expenses and stuff like that, and you can. And maybe you'll get some room to grow. And the other way is you could also try to earn more money, which is really good because then you're not in that scarcity mindset and you're growing. Okay, but let's just try to get you to 100 a week first. If you're able to do any of that other stuff, great. So here you got your 10%. Well, how are we going to get there if we never got started with saving anything? Or maybe we are saving some, but we're not saving 10%. Well, I just make this example here, and you can do it steps. We got 10%, 8%, 6%, 4%, 2%, and if you were starting at 0, you'd be down here. Now, I represent these steps for each month. If you could do each month, great. If you want to stretch it out, make it, all the way up to 10 months, whatever works for you. This is just an example. You can do whatever you got to do to make it work for you. So we're going to go from this, we're going to go to 2% first. Well, what's 2%? It's $20. Not bad, right? So we're saving $20 a week for the first month. $40. Can you save $40 a week for the second month? Maybe you just don't go out. I don't know. Whatever works for you. 60, 80, and then your 100. This is just an example to try to get you somewhere where you're not at already. The rich, a lot of people that make a lot more money go past 10%. And what do they do with the emergency fund, whatever you want to call it? Well, they go ahead and they buy more assets. They have their money working for them. That's the whole idea behind it. And then if something ever happens, you have the money too available, just in case, if you were to lose a job or anything else could happen in your life. So this is how you can try to look at this and get from 0 to 10 and try to surpass this. The more you can put away, the better. And I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Talk a little bit more. So you're going to save your money. Well, where are you going to save it? And a lot of people say, savings account, checking account, and you can put it wherever you want. You try to save it somewhere where you're not going to have access to it as easily. Because if you have it down the street and you have a debit card, you're going to go ahead and probably buy gas, buy groceries, whatever, right? And so you can go to your local bank, or you could try to do one of the ones online. That way it might take a little bit longer for you to get funds from their account into your other account. You know, it's up to you. So let's just we put savings account. And you can put online wherever you want, you know, it's up to you. And so we're gonna save this. And how long, you know, if we keep doing this for a year, how much money will we have? Well, we're gonna have $5,200. And that's in 1 year. Now, savings account, you're gonna you're gonna earn interest. You're gonna have to pay taxes on that, right? So taxes on your interest. Again, it might not be a lot because I think most savings accounts now are 1 to 2%, somewhere in that ballpark. But you'll still be paying taxes on the interest you earn. So you worked hard, you're saving money, you pay taxes on the money you earned, and now you're paying the taxes on the interest you're earning. So you can do this, and then you're going to save it to have a emergency fund, or I've heard the term an opportunity fund, which I like better. Emergency fund, a lot of people look at that as, you know, something happens where I lose my job, etc. I have money available to me to hopefully get me through the next 3 to 6 months or so to get me to another job or wherever I need to be. And an opportunity fund is the same as the emergency fund, but you can read it differently. Like, you know, it sounds better because what if that person you know comes along and says, hey, I have a business for you. Let's jump in together and let's go ahead and start this business or buy a business. And you go, oh, I don't know where I have money. Well, you have it in your opportunity fund. Get started. You start making money off of your money. So it's an opportunity as well. How much should you be saving in the emergency fund, opportunity fund? Well, first, let's start with the emergency fund. A lot of people go 3 to 6 months to start, right? And that's a good ballpark because just in case something happens, you have a job and you lose your job, you're able to, you know, be safe for you and your family for the next 3 to 6 months. You want to try to get past that, 6 to 12 months. Awesome. If you could do more, great. But don't forget to try to go for some opportunities and to earn more money. And then you're not out there working as hard. So after you have $5,200 coming in, you are making this much in interest, and you're paying taxes, and everything looks good, and you're doing very well for yourself. I commend you. You're doing great. You went with the step to get to 10%, maybe even higher. Awesome. But what if I showed you a way that you could take this money and you could still go ahead and earn interest on it, but not get taxed on it? Does that sound good? Sounded good to me. So I'm just going to erase this here, and we're going to go ahead and just talk a little bit. We go whole life insurance policy, right? I'll just talk brief about this because I have other videos that you can look up. There's a good one for a policy loan, so you know how to borrow, get, and use the money. So if you have $5,200 coming in, you could go ahead and put that into your insurance policy. And what is that going to do? That is going to earn dividends outside of the stock market, tax-free. You have guaranteed and you have non-guaranteed. The non-guaranteed, the insurance companies that we use have been paying for hundreds of years, and even through the Great Depression. So you have this, and you have tax-free. Whoa, I'm putting all my money in here. How do I get it? Again, you have the policy loan video that you can go ahead and watch, and you can go ahead and borrow from this, but it might hold you back from borrowing because it might take a little longer to get this money. Okay, it's not as easy as going to your bank down the street. You can borrow what you're allowed to without any questions. No credit check, nothing. But what I'm getting at here is this money is secure and growing, and it's somewhere a little further away so you can question yourself, do I really have to touch this money? Especially if it's for the emergency money or the opportunity fund, or maybe you're saving it for an opportunity. Do you really need to touch it now? Okay, maybe you don't need to touch it now because the opportunity isn't good enough. So it sits. You have a moment to think about it instead of going, I need it right now. I have to buy gas or groceries or something. So this is growing. So I like to show this as an example, and you're going to have to make sure you work with somebody you trust, and it has to be structured right. Okay? And if it's not, you won't be able to borrow as much as you could if it's structured right. In the first few years, in several examples, you can't get to your cash quickly enough. Real quick, if you go ahead and you had a bonus, you worked hard that year, the company did well, they are going to give you a bonus, and let's just say it's for Christmas. I don't know, or maybe you're just an outstanding employee. Congratulations, you got a bonus. What do you do with it? Well, if this policy is structured correctly, you could probably take that whole bonus and throw it right in there. That increases everything in your insurance policy, increases the amount of dividends you're going to earn, tax-free. This is really good stuff. Again, maybe you want to watch this video a second time, go through everything, and I will have the links for you for the other videos as well. After all the information I've provided, you will still have questions. You can go ahead to yourownbankingsystem.com, and there is a wealth of knowledge there. You can fill out your email. You'll get access to 6 videos. MC will explain a lot of things in detail, just like I explain things in detail in my videos. If you want, click the application button. Just put referred by John Emery, just me, and I will personally assist you in helping you. You can email me at moreinfo@insurance@gmail.com. And remember to click the subscribe button, the notification button, like, and share this video with anybody else that you think would get value from this.